up, party people, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we're talking about the worst beauty products I tried of 2019. And I kind of rerouted this idea. Like, I'd originally filmed this and it was a product fails video, like just a normal products I regret buying, disappointing products video. And then I started seeing that everyone else is doing like worst makeup of 2019, worst products of 2019. And it seems like everyone's really enjoying those and people are asking for that kind of stuff. So I decided to jump back on here. I look different in the rest of the video, so I decided to get back on here and just kind of redo things. And I'm not going to give the normal disclaimer of if you like these products, it's okay, we can have different opinions. If you don't like it, tough. If you get offended by someone not liking a beauty product, then you probably got more fish to fry. Don't worry about it. These products just didn't work out for me. They may be your absolute total favorites. It's nothing to get offended by. Yeah, if you like this video, then make sure you give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up right now. If you end up not liking it, you can take it back, whatever. But also subscribe to my channel. Join my community and my family. I would love to have you stick around. And also check out my yearly favorites. I'm going to link it up here. My yearly favorites of 2019. This was the best of the best. Makeup, skincare, hair care, all things beauty. So check that out after you watch this one. So yeah, without further ado, let's talk about some products that I tried this year or tried last year that just didn't work out for me. So the first couple of things I want to talk about are some brush sets from BH Cosmetics. Now these were a huge letdown for me. The first one I have is the BH Studio Pro 13-piece brush set. So this is $29 on their website. I've tried a few BH Cosmetics brushes that are really good, especially the individual ones, but like their brush sets are just so subpar, and I've had so many people recommend them to me, and like people trying to get away from Morphe, so they say, oh, go to BH Cosmetics, or you know what, try them, but these are not good enough. Like, I need more out of brushes. And I don't have a problem with like the sturdiness of them. Like, as far as how they feel fine. Like, I don't feel like they're gonna break apart from the ferrule or anything anytime soon. I mean, they are already shedding a little bit. Like this one I've only like washed once maybe, and it's already starting to shed bristles and stuff. But my problem is with the application. They don't blend things out properly. Like, they are just scratchy, and whenever I use these, I have a lot of blending issues, and it takes me 10 times longer to do my makeup, and I can see lines and I can see blending marks and stuff. They're just not good quality. And then I have the Rose Quartz 9-piece brush set. This is $21 on their website. They're softer. They're not as scratchy and stuff. I don't really have a hard time with blending with these. For the most part, like, my problem's with the shape of a lot of them. Like, a couple of these blending brushes, like, they're basically the same size, number one. They don't diffuse and soften product very easily. They're weird shapes, and they're just not up to like modern day standards for what we look for in brushes. So again, I don't recommend these. So I do want to go ahead and talk about a couple of things that I don't actually have on me anymore, because I feel like by the time I get to the end of this video, I'll probably just forget. The Smashbox Studio Skin Full Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. This is $36, and the reason that I wanted to pick this up in the first place was because of Tati. But this to me just emphasized everything on my face. And I tried this back in October, and I mean, I was experiencing a little bit of some like dry flakiness on my skin at that point. It just clung to dry patches that I didn't even see without makeup on. I do like the original Smashbox Studio Skin, but this one just, it looked cakey and dry and just didn't sit very well on my skin. And then I have a dry shampoo, and I went ahead and returned this because it was so bad I didn't even want to look at it. And this is the Equate dry shampoo, and this was sitting right above the Batiste dry shampoo, so I thought, oh, they're trying to do something. They're trying to dupe the Batiste. This was the worst dry shampoo I've tried in a really, really long time, which is shocking because Equate Beauty is usually pretty good. And they usually hit the nail on the head with like duplicating the original product, but this was so heavy, and it made my hair feel so dirty and greasy, like on clean hair. Like, not even when my hair was greasy and oily already. It led to white cast. It didn't want to actually absorb, and it just made my hair look and feel dirty. Like, to the touch, it just felt so gritty and coarse and just nasty. So moving on to some things that I actually have on me. So let's see. Let's start with these Eyelure Pro Magnetic Eyeliner and Lash System sets. So I have all three. I actually just posted a video where I tested these for the first time. I'm actually wearing the accent lashes right now. I told you guys in that video that I wanted to play around with the accents because I did start seeing some potential. Like, at first I was kind of like, you know, what good would I have with accent lashes that just go on the outer corner? But after I started noticing all the problems with the full lash banded ones, kind of makes sense. But these won't stick down either. So my problem with these is that the lashes just don't want to magnetize to the liner. The liner itself is actually really, really good. Like, I do have problems, like if you have to take the lash off and reapply, which is what it says to do, like it says that if you have to take the lashes off, then you have to apply the liner all over again and let it dry. So it can be pretty time consuming, but if you keep reapplying the liner, it starts peeling off. Like it wants to cake up and flake and peel off. So I actually do like the liner itself. Like the brush applicator is awesome. Like it applies it so easily. You have a lot of control with it. So I've actually started using the liner on a daily basis and I really enjoy it for the most part. But yeah, I really want these to work and the idea is there, but the science it just doesn't make sense. So the next thing I have is something that I really, really wanted to like, and honestly, I don't even think it's the product itself, I think it's me, and that is the Halo Beauty Kiwi Seed Booster. So these are just a vitamin supplement. It's just supposed to give you better looking skin, and I actually really enjoy the original Halo Hair, Skin, and Nail Vitamin, but with these, this is actually my second bottle, and I did stop using them once I got pregnant because I wasn't sure about them, but my doctor says that these are okay to use, so I have about 5 or 6 in here left, so I could take them if I wanted to. But with these, I saw no difference at all from day one till almost the end of this bottle. Like I said, I only have like 5 or 6 pills left, so you know, by the second bottle, I was really hoping to see a huge difference. But with the original Hair, Skin, and Nail Vitamins, I saw a huge difference after about week 3 or 4, I think. My skin was so much more glowy and hydrated to help with hyperpigmentation, to help with my acne, and these did none of those things. But I also feel like it's me. Like I also feel like I have a hormonal imbalance. I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on inside that, like topical stuff, like topical skincare and ingestible stuff, it's just not going to cut it. There's so much positivity going around about the Kiwi Seed Booster, so I would actually repurchase these and give them another shot because I feel like there is potential. It just, my skin wouldn't, my body just wouldn't allow them to work. So the next thing I have is something that I am so utterly disappointed in, and it just, like, it makes me so mad that things that people recommend across the board, like things that are like cult favorite popular products, never seem to work for me. And this is something that I saw recommended by so many people over the years, and also celebrity makeup artists. Like I've seen so many celebrity makeup artists use this in their kit on their celebrity clients. It would have to be good. But this is the Inglot AMC Gel Eyeliner in the shade Black. Or no, it's in the shade 77, which is the black shade. But Mariah Carey's makeup artist was talking about this in a video, and he had said that this is the longest wearing, blackest liner he had ever used, and that you have some work time with it, but once it sets, and it does not budge. But don't get me wrong, this is seriously super jet black, and it's rich and creamy and pigmented, and it's super smooth, and it just glides on like a freaking dream. And it's only like $16 or $17, so it's not expensive at all. But every time I use this, I have a crap ton of transfer onto my eyelid, and I have slightly hooded eyes. They're not super hooded though. Like I just have a little bit of a hood, like a little bit of hood acne, you know, just kind of drooping over, but this just transfers so bad, and it's like it never sets. And I've even set this with black eyeshadow. Even by setting it with an eyeshadow, it will not stay put on me. I haven't tried it for my lower lash liner, like my waterline, which, I mean, if it transfers on top where it's not watery and wet, how the hell is it going to do for my waterline? Yeah, I really, really want to like this, and I had a lot of hope for it, but I just can't get it to work, so pretty sad about it. Then we have the Colorpop Jelly Mud Shadow in the shade Late Bloomer, and it's not even like a shade problem or anything. I had purchased this a few months back. Like I haven't even had this that long, but whenever you get them, it's like, it's squishy, it's putty-like, it's like a jelly. But this isn't a fail for me because of the color or performance, wear, nothing like that. This has already dried up on me, and I've only had it for a few months, and I haven't opened it more than like twice, but it's already dried up to be like a really hard, dry goo. I mean, it's still pretty, like I can still get use out of it, but I'm just more turned off by it now. So I would recommend that if you want to try these, just try one at a time and use it up, mostly at least. Like at least give yourself time to see if you actually like it, because if I had bought multiple of these, which is what my nature wants to do, like I want to buy multiple shades of one thing that I haven't even tried yet, you would just be wasting a lot of money, because I don't feel like this is going to last very much at all. Like it's just like, yeah, product is actually flaking out of it. Next thing I have is a highlighter palette. So this is the Milani Celestial highlighter palette. I don't think this is an actual shade, but I don't know if this is a holiday collection or not. Like, this may have been discontinued. I'm not really sure, but these are basically just cream highlighters. And I did try this in my full face Milani video, which I'll link up here for a full-on review. But I told you guys in that video, because I couldn't really make these work for me. Like, I didn't like the formula. They are very, very glass-like, but there's just way too much sparkle to them and glitter, and they just don't hold up very well. So I'd said in that video that I do want to keep playing around with them and even try maybe for eyeshadow. So I did do that, and for eyeshadow, they faded off and creased, and like they don't set. Like they stayed this like creamy wet consistency, and they never actually set down. The shades themselves are beautiful. They're not very complimentary for all skin types though. Not skin types, skin tones. But yeah, they have a lot of shine to them. They're straight up sparkly glitter. I have another highlighter. So these are the Cokie Cosmetics soft glow highlighters, I think is what they're called. I have a few different shades, but I really try to make these work for a long time. Cokie did send these to me, and I do have an affiliate code and everything with them. If you ever want to use it, it's always in my description boxes. But yeah, these are kind of weird. So this is the shade Heavenly. We'll pull this out to talk about it. But they're kind of weird because to the touch, they feel like a cream, but they don't really necessarily apply the way typical cream would. Like, they're not super intense, but they're also not one that gives a really pretty like lit from within glow or anything. Like, they're not very flattering on the skin because they're such a weird texture. Like, they're not really a cream and they're not really a powder. I can't figure out the best way to apply them. Like, I've tried them with a sponge, I've tried with my fingers, with a brush. I just cannot get these to work. They just don't apply right, and they're not very flattering on the skin, in my opinion. And then I have a mascara from Perfusion. This is the Lash Out Loud Length, Volume, and Lift Mascara. This does nothing for me. Like, this doesn't really give a lot of volume. It doesn't thicken, doesn't give fullness. It separates and lengthens a tad bit, but it's just not a good formula. Perfusion does a lot of things really well. Like, their eyeshadows are killer now, but they just haven't perfected the mascara game yet. And then I have the Palladio Brow Pencil in the shade Taupe. Palladio is a very under-the-radar kind of brand. You can find them at Sally's. Their packaging's very boring. They're not very trendy. Like, they don't really stay up to date with the times, so I feel like that kind of hurts them a little bit. But a long time ago, I had the brow pencil, and I loved it. And it's just the, wooden kind that you sharpen. Like, there's nothing really super special about it, but I love the shade of Taupe. This is a completely different formula, and the packaging's different. Like, everything about this is completely different than the original brow pencil. And this is the type of wooden pencil that whenever you sharpen it, it gets very jagged, and it just doesn't sharpen very easily and evenly. Like, it's just very chunky, and it's not a very good design at all. It's definitely more like waxy. It's not as creamy, and I think they changed the color too because the color doesn't work as well for me. So they definitely messed up by doing that. I don't know why brands do that. Like, if you got something that works, keep it. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it. Then I have some Korean beauty fails. I know, I can't believe I'm talking negatively about Korean beauty products, but I have specifically a few skincare product fails, and I'm not going to get super in depth and detail with my thoughts and review on these products because I actually want to do separate Korean beauty videos in the future. Maybe like top 5, worst 5, or like the best and worst of what I've tried or something. So the first product I have is something that I'm so disappointed in, and I really, really wanted to like, and I feel like I gave it a really fair shot because this is reviewed and raved so highly by my favorite skincare channel on here, James Welsh. And he's the person I go to for Korean beauty products because he's tried so much. Like, he's a skincare junkie, but this just did not work for me. And again, it's not to discredit him. I'm not trying to throw him under the bus and say, you recommended a horrible product. Like, if it works for you, that's fine, but it just didn't work for me. But this is the Neogen Real Ferment Micro Essence. So this is just an essence type product, so you put it on before your serum. This has so many good for your skin ingredients in here. Like, it's supposed to help with brightness. It's supposed to give your skin more of a glow. It's supposed to be hydrating, help with pores, help with acne, hyperpigmentation, dark spots, literally everything. Like, there's so much good about this, but every time I use this consistently, my skin would break out. And like, whenever I stopped using this, my skin started clearing up. And I actually found that to be the case with other fermented products that I've tried as well. I mean, it doesn't really make sense, but maybe it's a problem with like fermented ingredients. Like, my skin just disagrees with it. It just didn't do anything for me in the glowiness department or the hydration department. I use this consistently for about 2 or 3 months. I mean, I say consistently, but it's kind of on and off, and this just didn't do anything for me. And then I had the Sonam Park Beauty Gel. So Sonam Park actually sent me a really generous PR package a while back, and they're known for their beauty water, and I love this stuff, but this stuff is awful. It literally smells like straight up alcohol. Like, not only just isopropyl alcohol, but like vodka. Like it smells so strong. So that tells me that the alcohol concentration in here is extremely high, which I don't want to put that on my face. Let's read what it's supposed to say. So it says it's clinically approved to improve pores as reducing the temperature of the skin. It cools down the temperature of your skin and makes it glow as minimizing the pores. Oh man, that's worded so bad. Improves pores as reducing the temperature of the skin, and then cools down the temperature of your skin and makes it glow as minimizing the pores. Oh man. If you want to do the basic skincare and the makeup base at the same time, every time you pump this beauty gel, the gleaming capsules pop out, which would give you time for the makeup base benefits with the capsules emulsified with beauty gel. So yeah, I didn't even use that much of it. Like I just didn't even want to test it because I don't want to put this on my face. Like if there's that much alcohol in here where I smell it and it actually feels like sticky like alcohol to the touch, and like if the consistency actually looks like it, I don't want to put it on my face. And then I have this CosRx BHA Blackhead Power Liquid. So if you watch Korean skincare videos, you'll see this reviewed a ton. Like this is supposed to be one of the best salicylic acid treatments in the Korean beauty market. Again, every time I use this consistently and stopped, I noticed that like my skin would break out while I'm using this, and whenever I stopped, it would stop breaking out. So yeah, I know that salicylic acid and like acne treatments like this, they're supposed to purge your skin. So I understand that there is a purging period to where everything's going to come to the surface, but it just wouldn't stop coming to the surface. I don't like this. I really, really wanted to because it's highly rated and there's a lot of reviews for it that are really positive, but it just doesn't work for my skin. And then I have this Innisfree Dewy Glow Jelly Cream with Jeju Cherry Blossom. I'm probably butchering that. It's probably like Jeju or something like that. But this was really drying. I let my mom try this. I let my husband try this. And we all agree. Like this is just a very, very drying moisturizer. And it's just a gel. So like it is going to be better for people with oily skin. But I have oily skin and I didn't enjoy this. Like this just offered me no hydration. I would wake up and my skin would just feel taut and just like someone just sucked all the oil from my skin. So yeah, I do not recommend this. So kind of breaking away from skincare, I had this Face Shop Gold Collagen Ampule Makeup Base with SPF 30. So this in the pictures on Yes Style looked really, really pretty. Like I think they swatched it on their hand or their face or something like that. And it looked really pretty, but it doesn't look anything like what it does in the bottle. Like whenever you put it on your face, it just looks like a straight up nasty, white casty kind of sunscreen. Like it is horrible. And it's really, really thick. So it almost feels like it's trying to be like a moisturizer. So, you know, it's called an ampule makeup base. So is it an ampule? Like is it a skincare product or is it a primer? So like I use this as a primer and don't like it at all. It's very, very heavy. As you can see, very obviously it leaves a very definite white cast. It feels greasy, it feels sticky, and I don't know what exactly it's trying to be. It says a makeup base, but then it says ampule. So I don't know. This, it's awful. So I believe that's all I have for some product fails so far. So I'm sure in about a month I'll have 20 more products. But I hope you guys enjoyed these videos and found them helpful and informative in some way. And let me know in the comments below, what are some products that you've tried that have failed you? So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already, and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you in my next one.